Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Do yourself a favor and come join the family. If you've been with me, hit the like button. But if you're new, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell as we get right into it. Today was another crazy day, good people. It was just another crazy day, all right? So we got a lot to talk about today. Today is brought to you by Stock Up U, Stock Up University. That is going to be the top link below in this video. Everything you need to learn about stocks and crypto to make money. That's what it is. It's not, if you're a professional, it's not for you. But if you want to just get in this game and make some money, it's for you. And to be a free thinker, and we're going to talk about that today. All right. So the NASDAQ on yesterday actually from local highs went down by 10%. So the NASDAQ, which is tech heavy, which is the same as trading the Qs, QQQ, it's tech heavy. It got hit hard and it went down into correction territory. Anything going down by 10% is correction territory. Over 20%, yeah, that's a crash. That's a crash. All right. So, and I start buying some of the Qs, right? At that point, which I posted in my Money Moves club, right? And so I'm good with those moves. Could we revisit it? Yes, we could. But let's just talk about what's going on, right? So we had a bounce back on yesterday. Now, a couple of times for the people that are following me in my Money Moves stock club, that's different, okay? For the people that are following me here, Money Moves, you guys have seen me call it where I said, hey, we tapped out in the morning and I said, hey, check out the last hour of the day, right? And then that's where we have our biggest moves a lot of times. Now, what happened this time is Trump grant U.S. automakers request for a brief reprieve on Canada and Mexico tariffs. Why? Because that's where we have a big, and I do mean big portion of our auto industry. Let's just take a look. In 2023, the U.S. imported 208 billion worth of cars. 208 billion. Now, we have to see this, good people. Look at this. In the U.S. imported 208 billion. Look at this. With the majority coming from Mexico, Japan, Canada, South Korea, and Germany. Mexico and Canada are on the tariff list, right? According to data, Edmunds, throughout February, 48.6% of all vehicles sold in the U.S. were built in the United States. So that means that the other portion was imported. And that's why he gave an extension on the tariffs to these automakers, because they would have been crushed. You and I would have been paying more for these cars. Now, he knew this before he actually started this tariff war, okay? He knew this, right? So now, let's talk about something, okay? We're just talking, good people, so don't get upset. All right. Some people literally want to be like an ostrich and just keep their heads in the sand. But I had heard, they had said, Larry didn't say it, they had. And I know some of you school teachers are going to go, they had? Yeah. What they said is there's this theory that you create a problem. Now, remember, they had said this, not me. They had. And they were saying that this president would create this problem just so he can be the solution. And that's actually a theory called the hero theory, okay? And so here we go. This is called the hero syndrome, right? Creating a desperate situation to which they can solve and subsequently receive the accolades from. Okay, so you create the situation and you create the chaos, and then you be the answer. Now, he knows what it's doing to the stock market. He knows that tariffs will be higher inflation. He knows that tariffs are simply a tax on the people. You and I and the countries that he's raising the tariffs on. Canada warned the prime minister. He warned the people, this is going to be tough, but it's also going to be tough for us here in the U.S., all right? Same thing for Mexico, right? And that's just the way it is. It's a tax on the people. So now remember, they had said that this is what he's doing. I didn't say that. They had said it. Just like a few years ago, they had said that the Dems were robbing us blind with high taxes and inflation, right? They had said that, okay? And so I just keep it real here. I just look at it where it is, all right? And so remember, they had said, but just think about this for your money, good people. If it's true and the market goes down and bottoms out, and a lot of people, including myself, thinks that it actually could bottom out this week. Now, there's an analyst said that it bottomed out yesterday. I don't have a crystal ball. We could have another red day tomorrow. I don't know. And then remember, on Monday, that's when the tariffs hit hard in China, right? That's when they are going to leash theirs. So there's a lot of plays going on right here. But just in case this is a ploy, all right? Just in case it does bottom out, remember, the market usually bottoms out on bad news before the bad news actually is over. The market is forward looking. So at some point, it becomes a buying opportunity, right? So I'm not saying it. They had said it. And if it's true, then the market could go up by 10%. So I bought some QQQ when it went down by 10%. And if it goes up by 10%, I just put a lot of cash into it because it's not as volatile of buying individual stock. All right? All right. So remember, they had said it. All right, let's move to crypto. Look at this. They have been saying, and these are analysts, has been saying, oh, it's the same as the S&P, or it's the same as the NASDAQ or the Dow. And we're talking about Bitcoin right now. And I got it on the 1 month so you can see this chart. None of these charts look like Bitcoin. Not a one of them. This is Bitcoin, right? The blue. None of these charts look like Bitcoin because none of them are. You can't track any of these and track Bitcoin. Look at that. There's none. The only thing you saw is on a pullback. But here you see the orange line going up, blue going down. The yellow and green are flat. Look at that. It's just not what they're saying, right? So be a free-thinking individual. Now, what's going on with that, all right? I went over this hero syndrome, so let's just get rid of that. All right, let's talk about, you know what? Should I go to that? Let's go here. Trump sends crypto price on a short-lived surge. This was a couple of days ago after announcing a strategic government reserve. Now, I'm pulling this up because this is supposed to happen on Friday, okay? So we got 2 days when this meeting is supposed to take place in the White House. Now, if he does not deliver, then crypto will cool off. At the time, crypto is doing well. Look at that. Bitcoin back up to 90K, back up 3.5% in the last day and 7.88% in the last week. We'll take that. Now, in my money moves while we're at it, I was looking at this, BKK. Remember this? Remember, they're the ones that, for those of us that have Webull, they do the transacting of their crypto, all right? So they partner with Moomoo and they do the crypto transactions for that. Now, remember back in January, Donald Trump, his company tried to buy that. DJT tried to buy this company, BKKT. Why are you bringing that up? Because clearly you could see that it jumped up 23% today. Why? Because Bitcoin is again turning bullish. Remember, it was bullish, then bearish, then bullish, then bearish, and now we're back bullish. Well, just like I told my followers in the stock, my money moves, these have what? Warrants. So if you go and put in B, KKT, and we go to the warrants, right? The warrants are up even more. Now, this has cooled off from the day's highs, but as you can see, this ended the day up 24%, let's call that, but the warrants ended up 44%. They were up higher, as you can see here, the warrants, and then they cooled back off. You can see that. Look at that. At one point, the warrants were up 74% today. Look at that. You guys see that? 74% the warrants were up today, and they cooled off. Now, look at the price difference. $15.97 and 33 cents. This, I'm not even going to say it. For those of you that's taken a class and you know what to do with these, you know that these, if Bitcoin goes back above 110, and if it definitely breaks 116, this could be a 10 bagger, easy. But I don't want you to go chasing it because crypto is extremely volatile right now. I just wanted to put that on your radar right now. For those of you that has taken Stock Up U and you know about these warrants, there's a lot of money to be made. I just wanted to point that out, okay? I want you to take your time and chart that and make a decision for yourself. And don't come back every 5 minutes going, Larry, what should I do? I'm not creating that for myself, right? I wanted you guys to see that now before it pumps, but it has a possibility. But remember, just like it pumps, it dumps. So if the stock goes down, the warrants go down way faster, right? So enter at your own risk, right? Let's go to crypto. So this crypto right here, look at this, 90K. We talked about that. Now 8. The question is it going to continue to march upward, right? We see some of the other ones. XRP really is just kind of chilling right now as it pertains to Bitcoin, but it has overtaken Tether again. You guys know how that song and dance goes. So the alts are really just kind of chilling right now, trying to see what Bitcoin is going to do. And remember, they move kind of slow. And then I want you guys to really look at this. I have to point this out again because you can clearly just trade off the fear and greed index. Remember, if you go here, this was the time to sell, right? Look at that. So that was March 13th, right? Was clearly a time to sell. Let's look at March, okay? And so you could see that March 11th, right? Here's the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th, right? We could see that. Let's go to, so March the 11th was the time to what? Sell and take profits, right? Look at here, down here, extreme greed, March 11th. So for those of you, us that's swinging, that was buying down here and dollar cost averaging up here, some of us took profits here, right? And then when is the best time to buy? Look at this, fear. Extreme fear is what I really like. But if you can see February 26, 2025, then you could just see down here. Look, you don't even have to look. Just go right over here. Look at this, good people. You could see that date. You could see what's going on right there. And right here, which was recent. Look at that. February 28th, you could see we were in what? Fear. And then we get into extreme fear. So here's where we buy and here's where we sell, right? And we do this only when we are in a bull cycle in an upward trend. This does not work when we are in past consolidation and we are in the markdown phase, okay? For those of you that know crypto, then you want to be taking some profits. Now, there are some crypto. A lot of you have been asking about Bunk, and Bunk, just like every other meme coin, has been getting smacked around, smacked down. Now, I still have mine, but remember, I swung it. I kept swinging it and just rolling my money over, right? I kept buying down here and then selling up here and then buying down here and then selling up here. That's what I did with my bunk. And the bunk that I have now, which I haven't sold, remember, I haven't been swinging in months now, just like I told you guys, I still have all of that bunk. But that bunk is the house's money. It's not mine. All right. And so all that get an understanding. I'm going to leave it right there, good people. Make sure you check out the 2 links below. Make sure you check out Stock Up You, full class, everything you need to know to make money with stocks and crypto. And then Money Moves is where we are really going to start getting back into what's a candle. We're going to get into some really good charting that will prepare you for options or just long-term investing. We're going to dive in that every day, and I give my plays there also. That will be the second link below. Today was a good day. I chilled a little bit. Dad had a good day. Today was a good day. It was a good day, good people. I love you guys. We're going to watch this market and see what the end is going to be. Eventually, good people, the tariffs will get worked out. The question is, how long, how much pain, but there's gain after the pain. The only thing that could happen, and I have to tell you, is if it doesn't get worked out and it goes on too long, we could be forced into a recession. And I mean an all-out recession in all sectors, okay? But I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. I really think that this is going to get worked out, this tariff situation, and I believe it's going to get worked out soon. Yeah, there'll be some back and forth and all of this with these dates, but I personally believe it'll get worked out. That doesn't mean it's going to happen just because I believe it. But you're going to find out that some of these days, on these red days, were buying opportunities, okay? So be careful. Don't wipe out all your money. Use your stop losses, okay? And don't just use stop losses to actually stop you from losing even more of your losses. Use your stop losses to lock in some gains, okay? Especially when these stocks get very frothy and overpriced. All right, good people? Love you. Gonna leave it right there. Live, love, laugh, and learn. We'll see you Friday.